Welcome to Fireside Giants. My name is Alex, and I have some terrible news for you. Actually, not really for you. It's for the Washington football team. It's for the Eagles. It's for the Dallas Cowboys. The Giants have officially completed a monster offseason with the signing of Adoree Jackson, cornerback, formerly of the Tennessee Titans. I can't say enough. I can't say enough about this free agency haul. You get your wide receiver one in Kenny Golladay. You lock him into a long-term pretty much a 3-year deal with an extra fourth year if they want to take it that extra level. And it matches up perfectly with Daniel Jones' rookie deal contract. So that is just amazing to begin with. The way that the players have come out and heavily recruited for the Giants, got the message across that this team is going places, they're building something special. Logan Ryan flying up from Florida, Joe Judge making things happen behind the scenes, talking with Adoree Jackson. You can't ask for a team to be more of a team, a family, and selling the idea that this team is going places. They landed their wide receiver one of their biggest holes this offseason. They got their guy for Daniel Jones' sake. And now the CB2 position, a spot that was really just plagued by issues last year with Corey Ballantyne, Ryan Lewis, Isaac Yiadom. All of them were absolutely horrendous. We saw it all season long. I don't care if people say Isaac Yiadom, he had a couple good games here and there. The Giants had to scheme around him. They had to pretty much leave James Bradberry on an island to shut down a half of the field so they could actually allocate more resources toward Isaac Yiadom, which helped him tremendously. Now you have a cornerback too in Adoree Jackson, who's not only one of the most athletic players that you can possibly ask for, he's an amazing kick returner as well, but he's a former first-round pick, 18th overall pick in 2017 by the Tennessee Titans. Now, there is a problem with him, though. Last year, they only played in 3 games, so there is injury concerns. He had a knee injury. He didn't really do too well at the end of the season there. The Giants signed him to a 3-year, $39 million deal, $16 million in the first year, $27 spread out over the extra 2 years at the end of the contract. This is kind of an interesting scenario because the Giants, who I didn't think had any money going to the season, most people didn't, they had negative $3 million, now managed to sign Leonard Williams, Devontae Booker, Ifedi Odenigbo, John Ross, Kenny Golladay, Adoree Jackson, a fullback who I don't even know his name, Kyle Rudolph. You signed a bevy of guys with negative cap space, and that tells you a lot about what the Giants had next season, because the cap, really, they can translate it to next season. A lot of these players bought in really, really nicely to management, to the coaching staff, to the players who spoke to them. We know Kenny Golladay went out to dinner with Jabril Peppers. He hit up the jeweler that Saquon goes to. They were talking before the season even ended. Saquon and Kenny Golladay, they have done such a good job of recruiting within the league and just, the players taking a bigger step forward and helping build this team, getting players that can make them even better in 2021. This defense going into last season, I didn't expect to be good at all, and they ended up becoming a top 10 unit in points allowed per game. They ended up becoming a top 15, top 13 unit in rushing yards allowed. They did allow the 17th and most passing yards, but now you have your CB2, and this problem goes away. And I'll tell you this, schematically, Patrick Graham is going to have a field day with player like Adoree Jackson and James Bradberry in your secondary. It is incredible what we're looking at right now because we put up 40 sacks last year with Carter Coughlin and Jabal Shared, a practice squatter we signed off of Jacksonville. It's insane, Now that you have Lorenzo Carter, you have Ocean Exhibit is back, you have Adoree Jackson, James Bradberry, Xavier McKinney fully healthy, Logan Ryan, Jabril Peppers. You have depth like Julian Love, who's very capable of playing at a high level, and you have Leonard Williams back. You still have the draft. You still have the 11th overall selection where you could get a guy like Julari. You could get Jeremiah, from Notre Dame. There are so many players to choose from. Micah Parsons, who can be an outside linebacker if you wanted him to. It's incredible. The Giants have so much leniency and flexibility with the draft moving forward because of the plugs they just filled in free agency. And the free agency is really mainly supposed to be used to fill those holes. Wide receiver one. Very rarely does a wide receiver one hit the market. Kenny Golladay hitting the market was a godsend for the Giants. They tried to trade for him at the deadline. They decided, no, we're not gonna overpay for him right now. We're gonna hope he hits free agency and then go after him hard. Clearly, they did with a 4-year, $72 million deal. This is incredible to see what the Giants are doing. They're finally modernizing their approach towards free agency, and they drafted phenomenally last year. So that really, really helps them, moving forward. They have the right coaches in place. They promoted Freddie Kitchens to a senior advisor role on offense. They're devising an entirely new offensive scheme. Obviously, the verbiage and everything, the base concepts stay the same, but they build off of that. They make this team better by adding to it and not taking away and replacing. They're adding pieces, and they already have their core fundamentals on defense already down. That defense was not expected to be a top 10 unit. They ended up being it. Now they have a lockdown CB2 to pair with a CB1 and James Bradbury. You can't ask for much better than that. Our cap situation is not bad. We still have $24 million available in cap space. Now after the Adoree Jackson probably goes down a little bit, maybe around to 15 million, but you can still clear cap. There are still moves to be made. The Giants, when you're signing a deal, you push it to the next season. You just keep pushing it to the next season, and eventually it just goes away. The dead money after Kenny Golladay's contract goes away after 2023. It's only $6 million. You can cut him if you want to. There's no harm in doing that. And the cap is supposed to explode after 2022 with the new TV deals in place. The owners are making an additional $300 million from these TV deals. The cap is going to erupt. The Giants are signing 2019 value deals in 2021 with the cap expected to explode. And the players are okay with doing it because they know that in 2023, when the cap explodes, they can get a second contract for big money. So they're okay doing 3-year deals until 2023 and just, taking a good deal right now, get paid, and then get paid on another deal. So I'm pretty excited about what the Giants are doing. It makes a lot of sense. I see the vision. It's phenomenal. We should be excited, guys. You can hear it in my voice. I'm super hyped. This team is going to be fun to watch, and the NFC East should be crapping their pants right now watching what the Giants are doing, because you have Kenny Golladay, wide receiver 1. You have Saquon Barkley coming back. You have an already top 10 defense adding significant pieces. And you have the draft. You have the 11th overall pick. You go Rashawn Slater, Micah Parsons, Jalen Waddle. You could overhaul that wide receiver unit. We're going to go over everything in the coming weeks leading up to the NFL draft. I'm so excited about this, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe below on YouTube. Really, really appreciate all the love you've been sending our way. And we really want to build this community to the biggest it can possibly be, guys. So much love. Thank you so much. We will catch you guys on the next video.
So